It's time for the Daily Stand Up Podcast presented by Agile Dad with your host, Lee Henson. Without any further ado, let's get started. One of my students recently pointed out that they observed a coach or had someone that was a trainer or coach, I'm trying to remember which, that asked them to try to use a daily goal with their Scrum team. Now, I thought that was interesting because I'd never heard anyone talk about specifically a daily goal. Of course, I've heard of daily Scrum, but I've never heard it quantified as a daily goal. So sometimes, we refer to product goals or sprint goals, and everyone agrees that the work that we do is complex. And clear goals are the only thing that gives us the tools that we need, the insight that we need, the direction we need, the North Star, in order for us to be able to build the thing right. But sometimes we don't realize that the glue is really or the goals rather, are really the glue that holds everything together, right? It binds individuals into a team and gives them all a shared purpose. So, shared goal in Scrum can lead to greater team focus, which is important because without that, we don't necessarily have the flexibility to adjust course and to pivot when necessary and avoid obstacles when we can. So, the goal kind of pulls everything together and helps us get things in order. So, if this is true, we want to talk a little bit about how or if this daily goal mentality exists and how it can be implemented if it does. So, I can tell you, I've never personally done daily goals before, but I did some research and I found an article that talks about in addition to a sprint goal, we should also define a daily goal. Teams need not only to be focused on each sprint or one goal per sprint, but they also should identify one daily goal for the entire team each day. And I can tell you now, this seems like a lot of overhead, maybe. But, I also think it's probably worth a try. It's a great way to help improve collaboration, focus, commitment. In general, I think it's just a good booster for people to feel more team morale, to feel camaraderie. It's probably not real tough to find reasons why it won't work for the team because they're too busy or too many things are going on or it calls something extra in a meeting. But those reasons also are probably symptoms of a deeper problem your team might have. So I think part of this is to start at the top with the vision and make sure you kind of build the bridge and connect the product vision with the product strategy. So the what with the how, the product goal, which is your elevator pitch, your agile press release, your sprint goal, which is your objective for that sprint, and then your daily goal. So this is the ideal flow. You have to create the compelling vision first for what you're trying to build. Then you have to do the strategy of execution for how you're going to plan to do it, how you're going to accomplish your goals. Then you do the product goal, which is a higher level order objective, and then a sprint goals so that the sprint goal is not necessarily set in stone, but it's a goal that we attach to deliverables that'll be done during that sprint. So now the addition of a daily goal. So each day, maybe during a daily scrum, the team can define a daily goal, something that encourages the entire team to collaborate, move closer towards achieving the overall sprint goal. It's whatever one goal the team wants to achieve. It could be more than one in some cases, from what I understand, but they need to be small in size. Whatever happens, achieving the daily goal should be the primary focus. And even if not all team members are fully occupied with tasks related to the daily goal, it gives those team members a laser focus during the day to know exactly what they should or shouldn't be doing and how it aligns to a goal. I guess at some point, you want specific examples of how product goals and sprint goals align, and then how daily goals and sprint goals align. And I think that if you start documenting and recording examples, that you could probably find these. I did a search and I can tell you I didn't find the alignment here. So I guess the biggest question is, do I want to try this? And if so, how do I get started? So if you want to start, you can start by asking powerful questions. If you already use sprint goals, that's probably a small step to identify a goal. It's something you're used to doing. So you want to make sure you're asking questions that help the team by tweaking and making sense of what they're doing for the day. For example, ask yourself, if we're paying for this day with our own money, what will give us the highest chance to get that money back? Or when we achieve this daily goal, what has clearly changed or improved from the perspective of the stakeholders? If we didn't have another day after this one, what would be the one thing that we would have done today that would have delivered at least some value? Those are all great questions. And I can tell you, sometimes teams struggle with defining a sprinkle. This will help them not only with defining the sprinkle, but it'll help them with alignment with the sprinkle and with the product goal. So if you think this through, it's a good tool to use to tie everything together. And slowly over time, your team will adapt and come more used to it. But I think the key is for us to understand that sometimes the sprinkle is enough, but other times, especially with teams that are ADD or ADHD, there I said it, you may want to align around a daily goal, because I think sometimes the daily goal can create that daily focus and help align teams to the product or service that you're trying to build and help align them towards the goals that they're trying to achieve. That's going to do it. I hope you have an amazing day. If you have a topic you want us to discuss, learn more at agiledad.com. We'd love to hear from you. And as always, we encourage you to stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Until next time, do take care.